Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Yellow Live. Here we are. All right. Welcome, everybody. Episode 21 of Gunpla Talk. Gunpla Talk can legally drink now. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the show. I am one of your esteemed co-hosts, Tim from childofmecha.com. And as always, I am joined by the usual cast of characters, my amazing co-hosts, highly talented people that they are. We'll go around, we'll introduce everybody, and then a slight variation on today's show. We're going to jump right into the topic of discussion because Zach and probably Justin will need to jump off for prior commitments a little bit later. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to... Oh, Josh. Sorry. Did I say Zach? My bad.
Yeah.
Anyway. No, Zach would be very bad if he had to go because we wouldn't have a show. So there you go. All right. So let's jump right into it and go around, introduce ourselves, and then we'll get into the discussion. So let's just first go down the line. Let's start off with Mr. Josh Dara.
Hey guys, Josh from Australia, and you may know me from GBWC 2015 and not from 2016 because I didn't finish. And I build plastic models and Gundam and do drawings and do bad jokes. So there you go. Get ready for some of those. That's it.
Nice.
I do bad drawings too. Jeez.
Oh damn!
Box.
The drawings are classic, though. I'm gonna make that Gundam logic thing that you drew.
Oh, Gundam Logic. Yeah, I'll have to release that on my.
We should do a Gundam Logic build off.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I think that's a good idea.
Man, so the people who were wondering what Gundam Logic is I was talking to my friend and he goes, man, Gundams are cool, but it's like a human sort of shape flying through space. It doesn't seem very practical, and we were trying to work out the most base core version of what a Gundam could be. And I did a drawing, so I might share that on my Facebook for everybody. Yeah, it's pretty good. Tokyo would be jealous.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it took me a long time.
I personally love it. And I think I might have to scratch build one.
Man, 2017 GBWC for Tim. Here we go.
That's
I don't know if they let me in on a full scratch build, but we'll see. All right, let's go next down the line. Let's go to Mr. Justinius. What's up, man? Introduce yourself.
I'm Justinius. I build robots, and I'm eating a taco right now. That's all I got for you today.
What kind of taco is it?
It's just a regular taco, man. My mom made tacos for dinner. I'm over here.
Is it
Like
beef, chicken, fish?
Beef.
Mm-hmm. Got some cheese and salsa on there?
Yeah, always.
Okay. All right, rocking.
Now, see, here in Australia, we haven't had, like, Mexican hasn't been around for as long as it has been in the States. And I'm fine eating. Is it a hard shell, Justin? Hard shell taco?
No, it's soft. Everybody
shell?
in this house likes soft shell tacos. I like hard shell tacos.
Because I love hard shell, and I can eat them fine. And a lot of my Aussie friends are like, I don't get it. It, like, breaks and stuff. And I realized that maybe just being in the States for the, 8 years that I was when I was a kid just taught me how to eat tacos. Yeah.
There you go.
That's it. Yeah.
They just can't hang. That's all.
That's it.
It's like eating shrapnel.
Man,
Eating shrapnel.
Yeah,
at least you have the option of eating Mexican food.
Oh yeah, they don't have many Mexican restaurants over in Korea, do they?
No.
Oh,
I don't
man.
understand why they wouldn't. I mean, it's spicy. Korean loves spicy food. It's got rice. They love rice. It's got vegetables. Everybody loves vegetables.
I think Zach just found Zach found his calling. He should open a Mexican restaurant in Korea.
Yeah.
Dude,
There's a few, but
Potential
they
Korean
just
pasta.
don't do that well. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Move to Seoul, open a Mexican restaurant, you make a killing, I think.
That's the only place that has them really, and I don't know. They haven't caught on yet, but
Oh,
there's
man.
I think there's 3 Taco Bell in Seoul. One of them is on a U.S. Army base.
Nice. Man, hey, Koreans, you don't know what you're missing with the Mexican food, man. You got to get up on this. It's good stuff.
Yeah, for real.
Anyway, We are not a culinary show. We are a Gunpla show. Let's go down the line. Let's talk to Simon. Simon, introduce yourself, buddy.
Hello, I'm Simon, otherwise known as Gundam UK, and I'm a YouTuber and a blogger, and I admin on the Mecha Lounge.
And he's got a wonderful Sherlock T-shirt.
Yeah, I got this free.
That is awesome. Look at that.
I've got like a
cover
random
badge on
t-shirt
it and everything, man. That's
I
great.
don't even like Sherlock. It just appeared in the mail. So.
Nice.
But a good quality
Nice.
shirt. Hey, who would turn that down?
Indeed.
I know, right? Come on now.
You're a sensible
Awesome.
man.
All right, let's finish up with that boy, man of the hour, with the amazing sweater that everybody's been asking about in the chat. Let's go to Zach. So,
yeah, speaking of culinary stuff, as I was just telling Simon before we got started, just for breakfast I had a onion bagel with Nutella on it.
Whoa!
One.
Fine. I mean,
correct me
tastes
if I'm
exactly how you
wrong,
would
but is
expect.
Nutella? I've never had Nutella. Is Nutella like a chocolatey hazelnut flavor?
Yeah.
Oh, it's yummy.
And you
Oh, no.
partnered that with an onion bagel.
It was not really by choice, just the last of what we had left.
So it was basically out of desperation.
Those are the best meals, and often the
I mean-
worst meals.
I couldn't
I
have
love
just
it.
a plain onion bagel with nothing on it.
I know, that's what I was just about to
Gross.
say. Oh, man. Korean man is arrested for eating a plain onion bagel.
Oh man,
Who would do that?
You gotta love desperation bagels. Those are the
That's
best.
great.
Desperation,
As
baby.
for the sweater, just, I mean, why have a sweater and only wear it once a year? It's a Christmas sweater, but yeah,
I'm super jealous of that sweater.
like we talked about before, unfortunately it's pretty shit quality, but what it lacks in quality, it makes up for in quantity of being relevant for
Exactly.
maybe
Style.
another 5 minutes.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Nice.
I'm ZakuAurelius.
Awesome.
And we're
All
gonna
right,
hit Justin too.
What I do?
That'd be good. I got my drawing. If you guys want to see it. Gundam Logic.
The Gundam Logic.
Yeah,
Yeah. Can you give me some
I think we
screen
should
share?
share it.
Yeah, we're gonna debut it here on
Yeah.
Gunpla Talk
All right,
Live.
everybody, you're in for a treat. This is a completely original
Once in a
Josh Era
lifetime.
design. Yeah.
That's it.
Come
prepare
on,
yourself.
I'm trying to get my screen share working. Give me a sec.
They're on the edge of their seats.
That's it. Let's build up
No.
the tension.
For some reason, I don't think my screen share is working right now. I may have to dip out and come back in. I'll try it again later. Yeah, for some reason it's not working.
Oh,
I know, damn it.
Josh,
Damn it.
why do you have it on your phone, don't you?
Oh, yep.
Send it to
There you
just
go.
send it to the chat again, and one
Yeah,
of us
okay,
can
I'll send it
screen share.
Okay, cool.
Like a table.
man. I am thoroughly teased at this point.
Let me
Okay, it should be sent through now.
stop that. All right.
Oh, there. Josh sent a photo.
Yeah,
There we go. Oh, wait, what? Whose hand is on Justin?
What?
Oh, she ran away. Ah, okay.
Yeah, she's camera shy.
and that shot
All right.
of the hand on the face was like perfectly timed on YouTube as well.
There you go.
Okay, so
Was
I'm
it?
currently in talks with Bandai about licensing for this because they saw this and they really want to put this together. So basically what it is we want to make something really simple in Gundam. This is the perfect Gundam. There is no gaps in the armor because it is one cube of armor. And there's one gun right in the front, so it can just
Now-
shoot everybody with that gun. Yeah.
I do have some questions here.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
break my questions up a little bit. My first question is a mechanical question.
Now be
Is this
careful
a-
because this is a flawless design. You don't want to look stupid here, Justin.
I'm gonna try my best not to. Now, is this a manned Gundam, or where does the pilot go?
I was
Yeah,
going
so
to
what-
ask the same question.
Yeah. What happens is they nominate themselves and they get built into the Gundam. But you you're fighting for the Earth Force Federation and you're fighting with all your heart. It's kind of like a kamikaze sort of thing. Yeah.
Now, what happens if you go in? What happens if you go in like that and you win, and you come back home? Do they unbuild it?
No, you basically stay in it, but there's a little stereo port into the side of it. So when you're back in the hangar and they're all throwing a party and everything, you have little speakers inside and you have a little webcam showing you the party outside.
That's
yeah,
good.
so you can kind of join in a little bit, but you only have like powdered, dehydrated food and stuff like that inside. Yeah.
My next question, and this is my final question. I'll keep it short.
No, that's
is Katoki going to jump on this? And what is the leg situation looking like?
Yeah, the leg situation, he emailed me and he's like, man, we need to get some legs on this. And I'm like, dude, I love your legs, but this is like a flawless design. It's like I'm a chef and I put out a dish and you're immediately putting salt on it. Like, it's just, yeah. So I'm going to work on something with him. Like, we're maybe going to have like the Xeon with the perfect mode and the booster mode. We may do something like that with the legs.
Okay, so he's going to get like an exclusive mode. That's cool.
Yeah. It's going to be a Dengeki Hobby kit. Yeah.
Does it come with a stand?
Does it come? Yeah. So the stand is actually just a single pole. Yeah. So we've got to work on the mounting for that. But I don't want to weaken the design by putting a display mount in it. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go.
Now I heard there was going to be a P Bandai metal plated version of this. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that is. There's going to be metal plated version of this, and the P Bandai is actually an even sleeker mode, and it doesn't have any guns or thrusters on the back. So it's like the stealth mode version.
Nice.
So yeah, so it's basically the best, most expensive cube you can get. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Man. I smell build off.
Yeah,
this is the only kit I'm going to buy next year. This is it.
I mean, Justin, I know you've played enough Metal Gear to know. I mean, like just because after he won the battle, I mean, he's not done. He just stay in the cube forever.
You're probably right. You're probably right about that. I didn't think about it from that angle, but you're probably right.
I mean,
it's like a life of honor, basically. Yeah.
It's not
good
like
to be
war
sorting out
changes.
these details. Yeah.
There we go, guys. Yeah. So, man, I'm always coming up with just top shelf stuff. Yeah. I'm scary. It scares myself sometimes.
I'm blown away, truly.
Yeah.
It is impressive. It is highly impressive.
And at least you didn't copy that from the front of the box.
No, I didn't. No.
But when the kit comes out and Josh puts out his print of it, will he then copy the box?
Yeah. Yes. It's part of my artistic process. Yeah.
Incredible.
That's awesome.
Oh, I just found out that Jeff Longman in the chat that Mechanica are already making their own version of it. So hopefully I'll release my version before their version come out. And I think Dragon Momoko and Deban also have their own versions coming out as well. So
they might add more cubes if it's mechanical.
Yeah.
Well, I think the Deban version is just a bootleg, right?
Yeah, it's just a bootleg. Yeah.
So you're gonna get like really bad plastic and really awful fitting on the one piece that it is.
And it's not gonna be 90 degrees with Josh Plastic. You get 90 degree. These are gonna be like 88s and 89s, and
it's just gonna be a big flying trapezoid.
Trapezoid. Oh man, it's just gonna burn up on entry, whereas a cube doesn't.
No inner frame.
Wow.
Yeah, no inner frame.
Oh, that would have been a good question to ask.
Yeah, does it have an inner frame? Yeah, that's good.
The inner frame is just basically one single poly cap on a little pole, and that's it. And that's where the pilot sits. Yeah. So, but it's technically a frame. Oh man, I want to make this thing.
Dude, we have to seriously. We all have to make one.
Oh,
it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go home and do it.
Hey, Josh, there's have you seen what the pilot figure looks like for this Psycho Zaku?
No, I haven't. No.
The pilot figure, like inside of there, is molded like with that whole thing on him, like in the.
Oh, really? Anime. He's locked in.
So like built into it.
That's my
one
pilot.
of those pilot figures.
That's my pilot.
Yeah, get one of those pilot figures for inside the queue.
Oh, that's great. Yep. Okay, I might have to hit you up.
Yeah, you can just have mine. I don't use it.
Oh man, that's great. Oh gosh. Now my cheeks hurt. Yeah.
There are requests in the chat that you release that drawing as a poster.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yep, I'll do it.
That's got to be a t-shirt.
Oh man, and it was done on my phone, so of course the resolution is just flawless. It's gonna blow up really well.
Well, what
You should make like a technical drawing now of it.
Oh man, I'm gonna make a whole master archive, like 100 pages.
That'd be so awesome.
Massive paragraphs of text explaining his background.
Yeah.
release a whole book on the Gundam version logic.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, I smell something that we have to run with after the show. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Awesome. Hey, Josh, thank you for releasing it to the world. It's out there. Everybody, I hope your eyeballs are intact for the rest of the show. So, all right, let's get into it. All right, so like I said, we're going to jump into the conversation. We're going to do the news and other stuff later. What are we working on? All that good stuff. We'll tackle that here at near the end of the show. But first, let's talk about the topic. So, GBC 2016. I was lucky enough to go there and be the North American representative, and man, it was just crazy. It was nothing short of magical. Let's put it that way.
Now, had you been to Japan before? I can't remember.
I've never been to Japan.
Okay, that's a whole nother level then. That's great.
Yeah, dude. No, yeah. So, for those of you that kind of keep up with me on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff, you kind of know how the beginning of the trip went. It got real sideways. So I live in Baltimore, Maryland. We fly out of BWI International Airport, and so my wife and I get there nice and early. We're there like 2 hours before the plane's set to leave. We're checked in, luggage is checked, and all the stuff is good to go. We are rocking. We are at the gate an hour ahead of time. We got our boarding passes. We're ready to roll. So the time that the flight is supposed to board comes around, and the little attendant lady comes over the intercom and says, "We are overbooked by 15 people. We need volunteers that have a flexible schedule to not be on this flight." So we're like, okay, well, maybe we'll still be on time. That's cool. So 15 minutes later, she does the same thing. 15 minutes after that, does the same thing.
Obviously, who's going to do that?
Literally. What's that?
Who the fuck is going to do that?
Yeah, nobody. Nobody's going to do that.
Yeah.
Nobody did. Nobody did. I mean, they had to start giving out like $400 vouchers for people to get off the plane.
I did that once, but that was on a flight home where it doesn't really matter, and then they put you up in a hotel. Yeah. But not when you're going to the place. Yeah.
Yeah, different story.
Yeah. So, and mind you, this is United Airlines. United's terrible. Uh-oh, there she is.
Yeah, she decided she wants to be over here with me.
Look at this.
Heyo.
Say hi.
Hello. Oh, she can't hear us, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hello. Whoa, all these voices suddenly talking to
me. Adorable.
Give us a wave.
Man, she is so big now, dude.
Yeah.
She's walking terror right now.
Oh, I bet. Absolutely adorable. All right, good stuff.
Yeah, so they called it out a bunch of times.
Good quick break. Yeah, man, so it gets around to the time that the flight takes off, and they're still trying to look for a dozen people to get off the flight. So we get delayed an hour. So we're flying from Baltimore to San Francisco. We have about a little over an hour layover in San Francisco to catch the plane to Japan. So needless to say, we did not make the flight in San Francisco. We were a good 10 minutes late from getting to the plane. So we go to the United help desk and everything, and we're like, okay, well, we need a new flight, thinking that, it'll be a few hours later. No, it was the next day later.
Damn.
So they completely killed the first day of our vacation, which sucked.
Yeah.
So the positive though, this was kind of a big positive, I have to say. While we were in San Francisco, a few people had contacted me through social media and stuff. You know, and one of my friends, 8-Bit Tom, from
Tom's
Team
good
Helios.
people.
Tom is awesome people, man. We've met a few times at SCGMC in the past, and he was awesome enough to come like 40 minutes away and take me and my wife out to dinner.
Nice.
So, man, I can't thank him enough for doing that. That gesture was absolutely amazing, and we had an awesome dinner too. And you know, we were talking, you know, Gundams and stuff like that, and we were boring the hell out of my wife, and
Naturally,
you know, the whole 9 yards. So you know, the beginning of the trip definitely got a little sideways, but that part was really good. Tom is very good people. So shout out to 8-Bit Tom. If you're not a fan of his on Instagram, go follow him, definitely.
he's definitely like one of the most underrated modelers I've ever seen. He's so good.
He's pretty good.
Oh yeah, he's very good, very good.
Yeah.
So so the next day we get to the airport all nice and early. We're ready to go, ready to rock, and we get on our plane. We go to Japan. It's a 13 hour flight. We're just wrecked at the end of it. We get off the plane, go to get our luggage, and we see this bin with my name on a placard going around the carousel saying, "Tim Harkins, please come to baggage claim."
Ooh.
And immediately I was pissed. As soon as I saw that, I had no idea what it meant, but I knew it wasn't good. So we go over to the baggage claim area, and this nice little Japanese lady, she was amazing. She was super nice. She was basically like, "Your luggage is still in San Francisco." I was like beside myself with anger, but I wasn't going to take it out on her because she didn't deserve that. So she says to me, she says, you know, if you need clothes or anything, here's a form. You know, you can bill it back to United and everything like that. But me being kind of a bigger, stockier guy, and Japanese sizes running much smaller than American sizes, that wasn't going to happen. Unfortunately. So I was stuck in the same clothes for probably a good 2 or 3 days straight. Because of the fiasco with the day before, because they actually kept our luggage at the airport. We didn't get to take it to the hotel.
Damn it.
So that really kind of sucks. And it was a bad scenario. And they said it was going to take about 2 days more for my luggage to actually get to the hotel that we were staying at. Luckily, though, it got to us the next night. So I was only stuck in my clothes for about 3 days straight. And luckily, too, the hotel had shampoo, soap. They actually had deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste. So all of the toiletries were covered, so I was hygiene straight. You know, I was good on hygiene and everything.
You're wearing like the bed sheet, like a toga, like a Greek toga.
Dude, if I could, I probably would, because I hated those clothes after.
Man, you would have hated them. Yeah.
Oh, it was just so bad. So that basically took up the first 2 of our days. So we get to Japan, have dinner at the hotel. It was an awesome dinner and everything. So the next day we got up real early and made our way down to where did we go the first day? We went to Tokyo Disneyland.
Oh, wow.
The first day. And have you, Josh? Did you get a chance to go to Tokyo?
No, I haven't. No, was it good?
No. Zach, have you been there?
I've been to Universal Studios.
I've never been.
What about Simon? Have you gotten a chance to go there with the family?
No. Probably next time.
No. Okay. Wow. Okay. So it was actually pretty cool. If you've been to any of the other Disney parks, especially in the U.S., it's definitely on a smaller. I wouldn't say smaller, but a less grand scale. Let's put it that way. There's still that awesome Tokyo quality or Disney quality that everybody is ever familiar with. I mean, they just do things to the absolute highest level of quality, but they don't have like the thrill rides and stuff like that like they do in the States, like the roller coasters and stuff like that. You know, they've got the old standbys like, you know, It's a Small World and Peter Pan's ride and all of that, you know, normal everyday stuff, you know, for kids like and everything. But yeah, I mean, there wasn't really a lot of like thrilling type of stuff that we're used to here in the States. But, you know, it wasn't bad still. It was really, really cool. My wife had an awesome time. She got tons of crazy gifts and everything from there. So it was really, really cool. But that basically took up most of our first day. After we got back from there, we went down to Diver City.
Hey,
and it was kind of it was kind of later at night.
Where the magic happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was
not Disney
so
World.
Cool.
It's not Disney
It was
World.
so cool. Yeah, that was my Disney World. So we get down there, and it's like right before the mall closes. It was like 8:30, 9 o'clock, something around that time. So we're walking down there, and it's, you know, and it's completely dark out, and I see the Gundam head sticking up over the trees as we're walking up, and I'm like, oh, that's it, that's the Gundam,
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Same reaction,
yeah. The first time you see it, it's just like, oh, this is awesome, you know. So we get up there, and we got there like just in time for the special lighting of it and everything, and I posted a video of it on my Facebook page. And just the different lighting effects going off, and the light projection of images on the Gundam itself was really, really cool. They have, you know, they got the music playing in the background, and it's cinematic, and it's just going off. And it was a really, really cool experience, and I'm lucky enough to have seen that at night and everything. So that was like the perfect way to start off kind of the first official day in Japan. But yeah, it was pretty damn wild. So the next day, which was what was it, Friday, that was Akihabara. That was all day Akihabara. So we get up, we get on the train, we find our way there haphazardly, trying to look at Zach's videos and everything. And I'm like, okay, he said the green line, but there's 4 green lines.
Yeah.
I'm like, where do you go? You know? So thank God for Google Maps and having
awesome.
one of those little Wi-Fi hotspots, man. Those are absolute lifesavers if you go to Japan and stuff.
Yes.
So well, I'm watching videos, and my wife Lynn, she's looking at Google Maps saying, okay, we got to go here and this way. And we get lost, I think, at least once on the way to, and probably once on the way back. But we actually found our way into Akihabara and everything. And man, the videos and pictures and everything that you see of Akihabara doesn't do it justice, man. You know, for these guys, they know what Akihabara looks like and the experience and everything. But for me, when I actually went there and saw it, it was crazy. It was like going to Disney World for the first time. It was just like, oh, you know, it was a cool experience. So we hit up, where did we go first? We went to Hobby Paradise. Man, Zach was dead on with the suggestion of that for tools and decals and supplies and stuff. Man, that place, oh my God, dude. If you're looking for decals and tools and option parts, paint, supplies, and stuff like that in Japan and everything, that is the absolute best place to go. I dropped a ton of cash in there. Walked out with a stack of high Q decals, A couple of new BMC chisels and a few other little knickknacks of tools and stuff like that. That was really, really cool. So Hobby Paradise was definitely a good place to hit. And then after that, we made our way over to Yodobashi.
Yeah.
and wow, man.
Did you go through every floor?
Dude, yes. Yeah, we went through all 9 floors because my wife wanted to see all the madness and everything and experience it, and she wanted to look for gifts for everybody else. The bad thing is that the Gundam stuff is like on the 6th or 7th floor.
Yeah, it takes a while.
So we had to go through 5 levels of crap basically to get to the good stuff, you know. So it's so basically the first level is like straight up normal like electronics, I think, or maybe computers or something like that. But anyways, you go through like a computer level, you go through a camera level, an electronics level, like a ladies level, a men's level. Toys are on the same level as like the models and stuff, but they're not on the same side as the escalator. So we get looking at toys and everything like that for my daughter. And we get done through there and we walk around the corner and there's this big case with 3 of the new XS metal builds in it.
Oh,
Just all posed, you know, dynamically and just, you know, everything. It was so cool. So, you know, I saw that and I'm like, what? Yeah, we're definitely in the right place now. So going around that corner, that's when the model bonanza started. It was just crazy. I mean, you guys have to think, if you're from the States, like a grocery store, man, think of like, I don't know, maybe about half the size of a normal sized grocery store, nothing but model kits and supplies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Literally a crazy sight.
yeah.
The prices were, they were all right. They were a little bit higher than most other places, but just the experience of it was it was pretty damn cool.
And I remember when I was there that I was just blown away that there were so many people just browsing the shelves, almost like it's a grocery store. And they're just like, and we're like, you guys see all these kits? And they're like, yeah, dude, it's just Gunpla. What are you talking about? It's so normal over there, which is crazy.
Yeah. Well, and that, you know, and it's funny that you say that because one of the kind of more surreal moments of the trip was actually in Yodobashi. Right around that time, the Psycho Gundam had just come out, the Verka, the one from Thunderbolt, and they have it on the end cap there, you know, and so I see this dude stroll out with this cart of models, and he must have had like 20 of them just stacked up in a row, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. You know, you don't ever see that here in the States. You might see one on a shelf, but to see 20 of them and him stacking it on the end cap of this aisle it was really, really crazy. And people are just like, no big
he's
deal.
like a grumpy fruit and veg guy, like stupid oranges, and he's like stacking the shelf, but he's like stupid psycho Zaku. Can't wait till I have my lunch break.
Yeah,
Disgruntled employee working in Gunpla.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was like just like a crazy surreal moment for me, and it kind of puts things into perspective of you know, the whole thing. It's like how out of the world that I really am in terms of an American being in Japan and being in that kind of environment. That was pretty cool. It was definitely a fish to water moment. So fish out of water moment.
Yeah, Tim, just you said that like your wife was feeling bored in your conversation when you met up with 8-Bit there in California. But how did she feel like going around Akihabara, all the stores? Because like,
oh, she loved it, man. She absolutely loved Tokyo. You know, because she's looking at stuff and you know, obviously, I mean, you know, Zach, you know, because doing the videos and everything, there's not like a store that just has Gundam in it. You know, they have everything else. So you know, they got these little anime figures and stuff like that. So my daughter is into oh shit, I can't even remember the girl's name. It's the green-haired girl with the pigtails, and she's the pop singer, like the virtual pop star. It's
Miku?
Miku, yeah, Miku, yeah. She's into that. I don't know how. She's 8 years old. She's a little American girl. She has YouTube. That's all I can say. Totally into Miku, and so my wife, and I are looking at the toys and the figures and everything for anything we can buy for her that's Miku at an affordable price. Most of these figures are $100, and we're like, yeah, no, not for an 8-year-old. She's looking around and I'm looking around, and she's just like amazed by the whole thing too, because I'm sure like all of the other wives and significant others of you guys, they're just like, whatever, but she was just amazed at kind of the level of things, because she's used to like me and my workshop and maybe occasionally going to our local hobby shop and seeing that level of stuff. But to see the level of like Akihabara and Yodobashi and these other places, it just completely blew her away, and she was kind of like fascinated by the whole thing. It was almost like an old Richard Attenborough moment, looking at animals and stuff like that, So observe the wild otaku in its natural habitats. It was kind of one of those moments.
The master grades.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, she actually had a really good time with all of that, and she was a really good sport about it too. So
that's good.
She was awesome. Cool. Yeah,
that's good.
So man, but after we got done there, we tried to we tried to find Mandarake, and we found a black building, but it was the wrong black building.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Josh's video, and like 2 or 3 times I'm like, where the hell is this place? And Josh was nice enough to send me like this map and everything, and I had it on my phone, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, Zach, sorry, my bad.
I'm getting all the credit. Yes.
Yeah, right. Zach was nice enough to send me a map with things pointed out and landmarked and everything like that. So I had that on my phone, comparing that to Google Maps, and I'm like turning around like 3 or 4 times, like, where the hell are we? So we finally get to Mandarake, and the funny part about that is like on every level they have like those security scanners, that go off if you steal something.
Yeah.
So evidently one of the packages from where we bought something from before, I think it was probably Yodobashi, kept going off on every single level.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And coming in, nobody was just like, oh yeah, no big deal, just keep going, right? So we try to leave, and they're like, "Oh, wait!"
Yeah.
So they bring us back to the counter and everything, and we had probably a good 3 or 4 bags in our hands already, and we had to unpack every single thing from those bags.
Wow, really?
To find the one thing that kept putting the sensor off and everything. So. Yeah, Mandarake was a little bit interesting, but we got a few books from there, and that was really cool. And then we went to Tam Tam Hobby. That is one that I believe is really underrated. And Zach, you might have to do a video on that one, buddy, because the price.
I went there, and the reason I decided not to do a video there because it was so damn hot. I didn't want to stay in there for.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was like a sauna in that place.
So I was like,
we were sweating. Yeah, we were sweating so bad in there. It was nuts. And mind you guys, at the time, it was probably around 30, 40 degrees in Tokyo. So we got heavy coats on and everything. But it's like 80 some odd degrees in this place, and it's hot as hell. Yeah. So so I can definitely respect that. But if you're in Tokyo and if you're into looking for model kits and everything, Tam Tam Hobby is definitely the place to go because they have the absolute best prices by far. I was able to pick up the new RE Bawu for 2,800 yen, which is about $5 cheaper than the next best place. And then the new IBO. What's the new IBO armor called?
Hashmal.
Mobile armor. Oh yeah, that. I was able to pick that one up for about 3,000 yen, which was probably about $4 or $5 cheaper than every place else too, which was really cool. So Tam Tam Hobby, definitely a place to go if you're in Japan. So But then after that, we were wrecked, and we came back to the hotel and just crashed. And then on Saturday, we did a little shopping in Odaiba. We went back to Akihabara for a little bit, but not too much. And then we had dinner with our Bandai representative, Benji, and one of his team, Makoto. And we also had dinner with the Italian representative, Riccardo Forni.
Yeah, Riccardo!
Yeah, Riccardo. Man, Riccardo's good people. The Italian stallion, man. He's awesome, yeah. So we had a great time, a great time. It was really good conversation. We were all talking, experiences and cultures and all that stuff, and it was really good times. And I'll tell you what, man, Benji and Makoto and all of Bandai, man, they treat you like kings over there. It was really a good time. When we had dinner, Ricardo had just gotten off the train coming back from Akihabara, and he had like a 30-hour travel day just before going to Akihabara, so he was wrecked. But the dinner was really good, straight up, traditional Japanese restaurant. No English anywhere, no pictures like in some of the more kind of public areas and stuff like that to help you choose. This was just a straight traditional Japanese restaurant. I was lucky enough that they actually had a fork in the plate, just put it that way.
Yeah, how are you with chopsticks? Not good?
Dude, I'm terrible at chopsticks. Terrible. I even tried to practice, right? I tried to practice before we went, and I just couldn't get it. You think with somebody with the dexterity that can, cut these little teeny tiny parts, you'd think I'd have the dexterity to use chopsticks, but no, I'm like, it's like, man, dancing with two left feet, I'm telling you.
Yes.
So, but my wife, being the smart ass that she is, we have a little child chopstick trainer for my daughter.
Pinches on the end?
Yeah, well, it's
like joined together.
It's this little rubber thing that you put the two chopsticks in, and they can just pinch it like this. She brought it to dinner, and I didn't know about it. And she pulled it out when I asked for a fork, and she's like, "Here, use this."
Yes. This will gain you all the respect of all the staff in the restaurant.
Yeah, right. And Benji and Makoto from Bandai, they were like, "What's that?" And she showed them. And they just died laughing. This
would be like, I have an idea. This would be like if somebody from Japan never used a fork or knife, and they have gloves that you can slide the fork in so that they can eat with the fork and knife, because they don't know how to hold a fork and knife.
I just get on development of that, Josh.
Anyway, go.
I think you missed your calling as a mechanical designer, buddy.
Yeah.
First the Gundam Logic, now knife and fork holders for Japanese people. Man, this is a good idea. And mind you, people of the internet, this is all copyrighted Josh Darrow, so don't try to steal his stuff.
Yeah.
Don't steal my stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of stealing stuff, man, Justin just got jacked. Look at him. He doesn't even know we're talking about him because he doesn't have headphones on.
Oh, man. Headphones are expensive in his town, so people want them.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Justin, you okay?
Yeah, she stole my headphones.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just got web jacked.
All the time, man.
Man, that's rough, dude.
That's my life. I gotta model around it. It's hard. That's why I don't get anything done.
Man, pimping ain't easy, man. Oh man, but hey, so anyways, so the dinner. So
did you eat any crazy food? Anything that was really outside your norm?
Not really, because I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Did you have yakitori, the little sticks, the skewers with the pork on it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Barbecue.
We had we had some great sashimi, and
Oh, nice.
we had some cooked beef and shrimp and scallops and everything that were nicely steamed and everything.
Ooh.
And that was on point.
Nice.
But we felt bad because Benji and Makoto were like, you know, they were doing like the traditional Japanese thing. They were like, oh, no, you guys eat. You're more important, and then we'll eat after, right?
Oh.
And we're like, we're sitting there, we're like feeling guilty and everything. We're like, oh, man, this isn't cool, you know? So we're like trying to be nice and only eating a little bit, you know? And we're just like, oh, man, you know, we get done and we're like, I turn to my wife and just real quietly, I'm like, you still hungry? She's like, yeah. You know? So luckily enough, at the hotel that we stayed at is a Lawson's. And for those of you not familiar with Lawson's, it is a Japanese, and I think it's only in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. It's a convenience store. And that place was a lifesaver, man. We got stuff from there practically. Dude, yeah, we got there practically every single night. They had these chocolate pastry things, these basically like these kind of dough ball type things that were, I guess, half cooked or whatever. They were amazing. So yeah, we lived off Lawson's for a little while and everything, but then the big day came Sunday, and it was packed full of activities. So we wake up at like 7 o'clock. We get down to the lobby at like 8 o'clock. Everybody's meeting in the lobby, and for a rookie GBWC person, it's a little intimidating. And I don't know if it was the same for you, Zach, because you know, everybody's down there and nobody's really talking to each other because we don't know each other yet.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that stare down phase, you know, like, you know, it was almost like an old West, like gunfight almost, like getting ready
waiting to break the ice.
Yeah. It was a little weird. It felt
I felt the same when I was there, and I bet everybody would be feeling the same thing. It's kind of like, I remember when I was a little kid, and maybe you go to a birthday party, you go hang out, and somebody's like, oh, this kid's going to be there. And you see him, and you're just like, oh, that's the kid. And you don't like him. But then, like, a few hours later, you're just best friends. It's weird. Yeah.
Well, it's just like, I mean, we're down there, and we're seeing people that we have no idea who they are, but I kind of guess, you know, and we had our name badges on and everything like that at that time, too. So we could put names to faces and countries to faces and stuff like that. And then Ricardo comes walking down, so there's a familiar face, and then Benji and Makoto from Bandai show up, and it's just like, oh, cool. So we're all talking and everything, and then out of nowhere, I get this big giant bear hug from Win from Malaysia, and he just comes up. He's like, "What's up, buddy?" You know, I'm like, "Oh man." So it was really cool to see him. He's good people.
Cool.
So we mill around a while, we talk, we're just chit chatting with one another and stuff like that. And we get on the bus, go down to Diver City to set up and everything. And so if you've seen the pictures on my page, they have, you know, these really, really nice, individual cases for everybody with a nice banner over top and underneath of, you know, the name of the model, the name of the modeler, the country of origin, and then the description and everything at the bottom. And, you know, the inside, I mean, it's got 3 LEDs, you know, shining down onto it, you know, beautiful light. It's got like a white leather base that, you know, you put your model on. It was just super beautiful. I wish I could bring it home. It was so flattering to the model and everything. And they give you about an hour and a half to set up, and which was surprisingly not as much time as you would think. Because when I'm setting up, man, there's a specific way to put together the hummingbird to make it, you know, kind of correct at that point. So I'm, you know, and I've put it together, more than a few times. So I know the process of putting it together, but I'm sitting there and I'm making mistakes putting the damn thing together, and I'm sweating, and it's just so nerve-wracking. It was crazy. So I finally get it together, and it's all completed, and it's looking real nice. It's dusted and everything like that, and all the little pieces are exactly in the right spot and all that good stuff. So the guy next to me, Lung, I believe he was shoot, I forget what country he was from, but he had the Wing Gundam in the big black box, and man, that thing barely fit in the case.
This is it's breaking apart with all the feathers.
Yeah.
That was
of Endless Waltz. Yeah.
He messaged me and he said, "Man, what's the size on the glass?" And I'm like, "Oh, 50, 50." And he goes, "Okay, mine is pretty much at that size." Yep.
Yeah, and he's not lying either, man, because he had a bit of an issue getting the thing inside the case. I'm on the other side of the case looking at my model, and my wife and Benji and Makoto from Bandai are standing there. We're talking with a couple other people, and I'm seeing him struggle. So I quickly run around. I'm like, dude, are you okay? You got this? You need help? And he's just like, oh, no, I got it. So it was a little bit of a hairy moment. And then the other gentleman next to me, Christian from the Philippines, he was the one with the custom grays, the white one that kind of looked like a bird almost a little bit. That was really, really cool. And so he had a little bit of a balance issue with that particular model, and that thing almost came tumbling down. Yeah, that was a little bit of a heart stopper there, but he got it and he was good. So both of those guys, did a great job, and really, really good guys too. So we get set up and we head out, and we go to lunch, and we just basically waste time until all of the judging happens and everything, and then we come back to the Gundam from Tokyo, and we get escorted into the area with the presentation and everything, and we're sitting down and all that, and they give us our flags, and there's the cameras and the lights, and you see the trophies and everything, and it's really kind of surreal at that point, because I mean I think everybody has seen it online and all that, and it's not the same being there. It's a really different feeling, and then you're sitting there basically with your stomach in your chest, not knowing what's going to go down. And so we get through all the introductions, and I stand up and I wave my little flag and all that, and that was cool. And so the judging happens and everything, and I'm sure you guys have seen the junior, the father representing his son there.
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys remember that part?
Yeah.
The guy. That was a pretty amazing moment. So he's got this picture of his son on his phone, holding that up, and that was just really, really super sweet. Basically, his son was in Scouts or a choir or something like that, and they were in some other country, and he couldn't attend. So his father brought his model, set it up and everything, and basically represented him, and he won third place in the juniors, and that was really, really cool. So it was sweet. It was really, really sweet. Father of the Year. So we get through it. The announcements are made. The awards are handed out. Japan wins first place. Win got second place, and I believe Hong Kong or China, I forget which one that entry was from, but the memory box with the Gelgoog and all of the awards and everything from the Xeon War and everything won third. So that was really cool. We get through that, we finish up, and So we are basically escorted over to see the G-Dome.
Yes.
And
yes.
that
yes.
man, that was pretty wild, man. That was pretty wild. So basically, for those of you that don't know what G-Dome is, it's this IMAX 360 degree dome theater that they project the movie, this special movie that they only show in Gundam from Tokyo. And I think, what, Josh, is there like 2 or 3 of them?
There's a few of them, yeah. Like maybe New Gundam versus Sazabi, then the RX-78, and there's the Baowu in there, and then there's the Red Delta, and then Banshee and the Phoenix. Yep. So
that's so nice. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. We were in there for a while. So I don't remember seeing the one with the New Gundam versus the Sazabi. That might have been there, but I don't remember it.
Okay, yeah.
But I remember the Red Delta. I remember the White Zeta. I remember seeing the Re-Baowu, the full frontal pilots. I remember the Phoenix and the Banshee going at it. That was all really, really cool. Because you look up, I mean, you're basically looking straight up at the screen, and it was really, really cool. It was really wild.
What I loved about it is it actually, it's the closest thing to them feeling one-to-one scale above you.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's so awe-inspiring, and they're fighting above you, and there'll be these really close shots, and you feel tiny. Yeah, it's great.
Oh yeah. You do definitely feel the scale of those machines. It's and the speed of it too. The speed that they go is pretty crazy. I mean, you're snapping your neck looking around trying to find where the damn thing went, and it was pretty cool. It was a good time. It was a good movie. So we finish up there, and then they take us over to Akihabara. We do a little shopping. Nothing crazy. I picked up a kit from Yodobashi that I had my eye on. And then we came back, and the real fun began after that, which was the after party. The after party was super, super cool. It was open bar, basically. And the food was just top notch. They had us, they brought us over to this like 5-star hotel right in Odaiba, which just looked something out of, one of these Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous type places. And so we're sitting there, we're eating and everything, and they're doing, some introductions and presentations. And then Santa Yamaguchi comes out, and he starts giving out, giveaways and everything. And that was really cool. But then, after that, then we just start kind of drinking, and Win comes over with a bottle of hot sake to our table, and we're doing shots of hot sake and everything. And then people just start getting crazy. Hey, Zach, hand me the, hand me the screen if you would. I want to go, I want to show a couple of things here. Cool. Thank you, sir. All right. So there is Yamaguchi and me.
Kawaguchi.
That was Yamaguchi.
Yeah.
Kawaguchi, whatever.
Hey man, how cool's the little placard thing you get?
Oh, dude, it was really cool. It was really cool. And at the same time, they gave me my trophy for North America too. So I kind of got both at the same time, which was really neat. It wasn't presented. Benji just kind of gave it to me in a box, but it was still really, really cool to see.
Wait,
that.
So you didn't have your trophy yet?
No.
Oh man,
you have all the qualifiers.
Yeah, how good's the trophy?
It's awesome. I love it.
It's freaking great. Yeah.
I was joking with Win. I said, I'm gonna go home and detail the shit out of this thing. I'm gonna strip the paint and everything. But it was super cool. Let's see. There, accepting the award and everything like that. And then of course, you have good times with good people. And so this
hey, there's my boy Lance.
Yeah, there's Lance from Australia. He was awesome. And the junior from from Australia, Benny, was really cool too.
Yeah.
He was good people, and his friends and all that were really fun to kind of hang out with. They were all at our table, and so let's see some more shenanigans here. Here's another good one. Yeah, this for those of you that don't know, this is Dennis from Taiwan, and then this in the horse mask is Riccardo, the Italian stallion Forney from Italy, and they were having, what's that?
Hence the horse head.
Yeah. So they were having a ton of fun. We were pretty loosened up at that point, so it was a really fun night. It was really, really good. Here's a better picture of me and Dennis together. He's good people, man.
Dennis is great, yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys aren't familiar with Dennis, he runs DS Modeling Academy in Taiwan. And he's really, really good. He made the new Gundam Dragon that was riding that dragon thing. And up close, it is staggering at how beautiful this thing is. The paintwork and the cutouts on the armor and everything are just really, really amazing. Let me see if I can, excuse me, find a decent picture.
He did the I guess like Pegasus sort of archer from last year.
I believe so.
Yeah, and that was stunning. Yeah.
So here's just the leg of his new Gundam, and you can see the fine cutout work and the mesh behind it and everything.
That's really beautiful.
And the paint work, just the iridescence of it, and it has a slight texture and everything in this part, the upper leg. And then if you go down, you can see on the top of the foot and right here, just the ankle armor, how it's textured like that. It almost looks like kind of a forged metal.
Yeah.
And that's like real texture that he made. That's not like an effect or anything like that. That's like really a cool effect that he was able to manage. And here's the dragon head that's kind of up close, and the other pictures that we've seen just do not do this thing any sort of justice at all. This was just super tight and just really quite an amazing piece. So but I was able to get some really high quality pictures of 1, 2, and 3. Here is the Japan entry. And as you can see, man, this thing is just clean as it can be. I mean, the paint work was just flawless. The gloss, as you can see, is just mirror finish. It's just really, really good. Here's the other one. And what got me about this one here is just the work here in this front skirt. I mean, because you got to look. This thing obviously is probably a decal, but it's overlaid like this little piece here.
What?
Yeah, so it's got to be cut out, obviously, there and probably right there in that corner.
Oh.
And then all of this here, all this kind of smoke, obviously, it looks like paintwork. But it was just staggering, the level of detail that he put into it. And you can't even see, but back here on the back side of the back skirt, I mean, look at just the detail that you don't really see. It's just staggering. And it's so nice and so clean. That's what I kind of got most out of this. It's just super clean work. And here's the side shield of that big one.
Cool.
Yeah, it was super nice. The one thing that really floored me was the quality of the pedals in this. And as you can see, look at this.
What?
Yeah, they're two parts.
What?
Yeah, and each one of those is individually glued on.
I thought these were like
tree.
a pack of little plastic flower petals that maybe the artist had bought. I didn't know they actually made them.
Yeah. I think
my
what he did was he had like one of those kind of stamping cutout things that you get at a craft store. I think that's probably how he made it, but I could be totally wrong. But just the fact that each of these individual flowers are 2 pieces, I mean, that's just double the work. I mean, that's just, I mean, and look at all of them.
I know you can. Crazy. Did he say that he did make those? I know you can buy those. I think I'm pretty sure.
No, I believe he made those.
Okay.
Because I think in his description, it was something crazy like 4,000 individual petals or flowers or something like that he had to create or something.
Gosh.
Really, really cool. And then I know we didn't see it last time, but here are the swords kind of embedded in that water effect under the bridge. And they were just scattered on all sides of the water. It was really, really neat. Here's the other side, and they're just all over the place. So he put a lot of swords in there, man. I can only imagine he had to resin cast these things and throw them in there and all. But yeah, definitely very, very deserving of first place award. And then obviously second is our friend Win. And from the pictures that he's taken and if you've seen online, again, this thing, you just don't get the sense of movement and scale and complexity that this thing is in. The one thing that I never saw was this guy right here, the Zaku. He's got a knife through that GM's leg.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I had never seen that before. And seeing that part was really kind of cool. You know, and you just see all of the variety of movement. I mean, this Zaku's, you know, just basically pushing down this poor GM here. And all of these other Zaku's are after the main kind of hero Gundam up here. And man, all this light and everything emanating from the Zaku eyes and the gun and all that, that's all painted on, and that's hand painted too. If you guys remember, Wind does not airbrush. So this is all hand painted work, which is just astounding. And there's a little bit better shot of the hero there. And just some amazing movement, amazing modeling, really, really good stuff. And then here's an image, bigger image of the third place. And this was really, really cool because you can see like the certificates and everything like that he made. And it had like, you know, Xeon and the patches and even this stamp here on the envelope has the Xeon logo on it. Is just really, really cool. You know, and he made this medal here. And what I didn't know at first, and which kind of floored me, this whole model here it's basically encased in clear resin in that side of the memory box. That's not like a glass panel or plexiglass. That is full on filled up with resin in there. So that thing is never coming out ever again.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a staggering piece. Here's a little bit better detail of the model and the Xeon, what is it, Victoria Cross Xeon. So that's pretty cool. He made that. That's pretty wild. So, and here's a better image of that certificate. I mean, it's even dated UC 0080. I mean, come on. I mean, the attention to detail is just really, really cool. You know, from Amarillo, Texas, and that's a real city here in the States. You know, so that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. The patches. What's that?
It's good attention to detail, isn't it?
Oh, dude, yeah, yeah. The attention to detail on this thing was just amazing. I really, really liked this piece. So, but yeah. So I mean, it was really, really tough competition. So placing where I did, it was a good time. So, all right, Zach, go ahead and take away the the screen share there until
Steering into infinity.
until we drop off into the abyss here. So, so basically, that let me quit screen share. So that was the time I had it in Japan. It was awesome. It was magical. I completely plan on doing it again this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And man, if you can get to Japan, get to Japan. It's a great experience. So I've done enough talking, guys. Way too much. I know there have been some complaints in the chat as well. Sorry, people, but that was the topic of the discussion today. So,
oh no, man, it was great to hear what it was like. That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't get to skate around Tokyo or go into a Gundam arcade pod or anything, unfortunately. And, cool did while he was there, but awesome trip. So
yeah, cool.
It was really good. So all right,
there's only
stuff.
so much.
So,
there's only so much you can do. Like, it's your first time there, you're just kind of like taking it all in, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of half the struggle too. Is just getting your feet grounded in the culture and the way things happen, and especially getting around with the trains and everything. That was difficult at first to get a handle of, but once we got it, oh man, it was great. The trains over there are awesome. We had a great time. So, but yeah, it was really fun. I highly suggest that you guys go. So rock and roll. Anywho, all right, let's move on to the other topic. What do we say?
Thanks, Tim. Good one. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so we were going to talk about something else other than GBWC today, and some of you may or may not know that a couple months ago on Reddit there was a person allegedly being employed by Dragon Momoko, who did an AMA, an Ask Me Anything type of post. And this post, the single post, saw I think like 300 some odd replies, comments, and things. And the person in question made some claims that. You all right?
Yeah. Okay.
Child emergency.
Oh, look, there's Noah. We have a Noah sighting. Oh, and there's Josh's roommate. Does that mean the music's about to start?
Not yet.
I can't hear the drumsticks.
Okay, cool. Rock and roll. So basically, on Reddit, this person claiming to be a Dragon Momoko rep had made some interesting claims that we want to kind of touch on and kind of talk about and kind of go over, because some of them were questionable at best. So I mean, have you guys? What about you guys? Have you guys seen this Reddit post and everything? Are you guys familiar with this?
I have not seen it. Only heard about it.
I've had to read through it. Yeah.
I'm admin over there, and I've skimmed over it. I haven't read the whole thing, but as soon as I saw the header, I just kind of shook my head because I knew exactly where it was going.
I haven't read any of it. I didn't know about it. Yeah.
All right.
There's so many things that we could go over and question. Just so many points that just don't make much sense.
Yeah. There's a lot that is a little odd. Let's put it that way. So I've read through most of it, almost word for word, and I pulled off a couple things that didn't seem quite kosher, if you will. So let's start off with something here. Let me get back into screen share mode here.
Yeah.
And let me
Make
get
your mind
this
up,
pulled
Tim.
up
Do you
here
want to
real
screen
quick
share or not?
first. What's that?
I said,
What'd
make
you
your
say?
mind up. Do you want to screen share or not?
Yeah, I know. I got a screen. Oh, okay. So now I'm presenting. Well, there we go. Rock and
There we
roll.
go.
All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. There we go. Okay, cool. So this is the first one here. X2000 says unrelated but wish list of 100 titles. Bandai probably won't make. And he goes on and, by the way, what designs has Bandai asked you not to do? And this person, Hikutse Suni or whatever, I don't know how you pronounce the damn thing. I'm terrible with that. Anything that is straight up bootlegging. No, that's probably not very accurate. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys think Bandai is asking them not to bootleg? What are your thoughts on this one?
My thought on that is if
it doesn't
Bandai's
work.
asking them not to bootleg, then why did they just put out a metal build kit? Like, wouldn't that technically be bootlegging?
Even the unicorn, that PG unicorn, is mostly a bootleg.
It's technically a bootleg. I mean, that's one of those kits that I think borders the line. Like, I would consider it okay to buy because even though it is a bootleg, it's definitely a straight copy. They've added things to the kit to change it, so I'm okay with that.
And it includes stuff that the Bandai version didn't have.
Yes.
I mean, that's just stuff added to it. I mean, that would just be like, I guess, the same thing if they did just make a complete straight bootleg and then just added some extra stuff in there. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Simon, Josh, what do you think about this, guys?
I think this person doesn't really know.
Yeah, I just think it's all a big tease, and this person doesn't actually know. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
it. In a
It's a
nutshell.
bit odd. So here's another screenshot that I pulled. Robert Tyne says, do you feel any pressure from Bandai's knowledge of your activities, or do you enjoy the opportunity to improve upon their works? What's your relationship like, if anything, with other people who do similar business to yourself, such as Model Legend? Are there any you admire or respect? And then he asks about some other models. And this person from Dragon Momoko says, Bandai has been quite friendly, just requesting us to tone down our activities, and regularly we ask them for permission, quote unquote. See the little air quotes in there. That screams questionable. To do any activities as to not incite any hot air between the two.
Very strangely worded.
Yeah.
They get a letter from the lawyers, Bandai lawyers, and it just says, "Please, we hope that you just tone it down a little," and that's it.
Please, no more hot air between us.
Hot air.
In quotation marks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they put one of the caution decals, caution, hot air, that we put on our Gundam kits. Yeah.
So the one big thing in here, that screams questionable to me, is that the Dragon Momoko, he's basically stating that Dragon Momoko regularly asks Bandai for permission to make their models. So one thing that you guys have to keep in mind is that the license of the Gundam license, the Gundam intellectual property, does not belong to Bandai.
Nope.
Yeah.
And that's
Bandai
a big
licenses.
thing here, is that you can't just go to Bandai and say, "Hey, can I make this kit?" Because they don't legally own those rights.
That's it.
Yeah. Bandai does not own the intellectual property of Gundam. Sunrise does. The animators.
What the
Sunrise made Gundam first, the anime, and then Bandai licensed the rights to make the models. And that's what they still do.
They call it Gunpla.
Yeah. And so, if anything,
And you could even go
Dragon
further than
Momoko-
that, because look at the Advanced Zeta line of kits. Bandai can't even make those because Dengeki Hobby owns the rights to those.
Yeah.
You know, it's like certain lines are owned by certain people. It's not like Bandai can just be like, "Go ahead, make this. Go ahead, make this." They don't own the rights to everything.
Yeah.
It's why
Exactly.
Bandai Namco make little figurines and stuff from Gundam as well. So
Yeah.
they're not the only company that does it.
Well, I mean, it's like if you think about it, it's like Bandai and Star Wars. You know, for the longest time, Bandai couldn't sell Star Wars kits over here in Japan because of conflicting licensing with another model company. But they've sorted all that out, and they're getting them over here now, officially. So them, I should say, Dragon Momoko asking permission from Bandai to do what they do doesn't hold water, because Bandai really doesn't have any sort of say in whether they can produce models or not of these pieces. It's going to be up to Sunrise. So this one, I think this one is full of hot air, more than anything.
Yeah, and to even go further into that, why would a company take a loss letting someone else make third-party products off their licenses anyway, even legally?
Yeah.
They're not getting a share out of that money. They're actually losing sales because of that.
Yeah.
Also, the guy who asked that question has no idea the difference between a third-party company and a resin caster.
Well, yeah. But so in another post that I haven't been able to get a screenshot of, the alleged Dragon Momoko representative says that they pay Bandai, and pay is in quotation marks, mind you.
We send them massive piles of our bootleg kit.
Yeah, right. We give them gifts every month, but no, they say they pay Bandai for the right to do what they do. But in the same instance, in this particular screen grab, the poster says, "I've always wanted to try building a kit from third-party manufacturer. What can you say is your advantage over the others? Hope to see more UC kits." The Dragon Momoko rep says, "Our edge above others, ? Well, to tell you, I'm not really sure. We are not a professional company like the others. We are more like a hobby group that just decides to make their works go on a mass production. And to tell you the truth, we don't earn a lot. I guess our edge is that we are Gunpla builders who have a passion for better products." Now,
these guys sound lovely. I'm not buying Bandai anymore. I'm only going to buy these guys.
Yeah,
Better
right.
product should be in inverted commas.
Yes.
They're
You know what
very
this sounds like? This sounds like probably someone who's like some really young kid who like met someone who works at Dragon Momoko.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then was like, oh yeah, like I know everything about it now.
Yeah.
The thing is that further down in that AMA, they suggest that somebody got beat up because by someone who is like a Bandai fanatic.
Oh, yes.
So how can you make that suggestion? They said that an intern came in and got beaten up because they criticised their product or something. It's completely ludicrous.
Going back to what Justin was just saying a few minutes ago about like why would Bandai allow that? I don't think this is true, but the only reason I can think of as to why Bandai would allow that, if they did, was just that because I mean, yeah, they might take a loss on like that particular kit if someone buys like a third-party version of a kit instead of the Bandai version, but even people who buy third-party stuff, I mean, you've got to imagine they're probably buying like one third-party or bootleg kit and then maybe 3 or 4 Bandai kits just because they like Gunpla. So I mean, it's just sort of like a drug. Like, yeah, you can sell them this like cheap version because then that'll get them hooked, and then they'll buy a shitload of ours. So
Crystal
that kind of, but anyway, that's
no, that's a side thought. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
hey man, like Biggie said, never get high on your own buy. Anyway, 90s hip hop reference. Sorry, people. Anyways, the one thing that strikes me with this is that they say they don't earn a lot, but they pay Bandai for licensing, quote unquote. when Bandai isn't the license holder. So why would you pay them if you don't earn a lot? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't get it. I don't get that. So, and here's another one that I grabbed. This is actually a funny one. Can you comment on the toxicity of the plastic used by Dragon Momoko and other third-party companies? Is it more toxic than Bandai's plastic? I'm asking this because I usually build my kits in the living room with kids running around. Also, keep up the good work. Love you. Love what you guys have done with the MV's Destiny. Blah 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 blah.
And I can comment on this one a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard, and Jim has mentioned it to me before, that a lot of third-party, like Chinese companies, like the ones who did that Banshee bust, they said that they use like lead plastic. Lead in the plastic.
Oh hell!
Jim made a comment about it. That's the only reason I hold any water to that one.
I'll be using 1950s technology.
So I don't know. That's just a hunch on that one. So that might be what he's trying to touch on.
I built that Banshee bust and I ate all of the runners that were left over. Should I have not eaten them?
Probably not, Josh.
Oh crap!
You should.
Oh, I gotta go tick off everything on my bucket list. I'm about to die.
You're not supposed to smoke it.
But the thing with this that just kind of doesn't sit well with me is that his the band or the Dragon Momoko rep he says it is safe. The plastic is just plain old polystyrene, PC, etc. We of course measure toxicity levels before sending them out. Otherwise, we might harm our customers and get sued.
That says costumers,
What?
Tim.
Costumers.
Costumers. Sorry. I guess this was for cosplayers.
They don't care about the customers. They only care about their costumes.
Yeah.
Wow. So if I dress up now in a Gundam costume, I'll be safe. I won't die?
You will be safe, but if you build
Okay.
Gunpla, you're probably going to die.
Yeah.
That's it.
Ugh.
I mean, dress up, like an anime character and eat those runners.
Yeah, and you're fine.
That's well, yeah.
But
But the thing is that they're concerned with getting sued over toxicity levels, but they're not worried about getting sued for licensing or bootlegging or.
Well, they sorted that out with Bandai.
Yeah, it's all done.
Yeah, it's all above board. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Text, dear Bandai, can we have the rights? Yes, you can. Lol. Sweet. Catch you later.
P.S. Don't make it toxic.
No, damn it.
Please don't make it toxic.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah. Loved your perfect grade Banshee. Totes adorbs.
Yes.
Oh man. So and then the last one here, and this last one is nitpicky. I'll be honest with you, but it does kind of speak to who this person may or may not be. The original poster said, "Why Dragon Momoko? What is the origin of that name?" And then he asked some other dumb shit over here. So
what the hell is a purist?
Well, come on. He's a Dragon Momoko purist.
God, why do people have to make these factions? What's going on?
Yes, exactly.
Come on, man. It's Dragon Momoko. You don't mess with Dragon Momoko.
That's true. They're
you're either a Dragon Momoko purist or you're not. You're either with us or you're against us, Simon. Pick a side, buddy.
You're not with me.
Yeah.
You're my enemy.
Oh hell.
Oh dear.
So this person, he says, our logo is a peach-colored dragon, and the Chinese for peach, roughly Englishized, new word, is Momoko. We just went along with it. And then Will0213 said, I thought Momoko is Japanese. And then the guy says, haha, my bad, it is Japanese. Well, actually, the word itself comes from a Chinese origin.
Yeah, but the Japanese word for peach is momo.
Yeah. So if this guy doesn't even know the origin of the freaking name, sorry, but I don't.
If he just said I don't know, that would have been a better answer.
It would have been a completely better answer. Yeah.
Why try and stretch it out?
I mean, honestly, I think I'm full of shit would have probably been a better answer than this. I mean, but that's just me. You know, who am I? I don't know. So, anywho.
I just use Google Translate to translate the word Momoko, and it says touch to see.
No.
Oh, that's naughty. That's super naughty.
I'm totally
So
good.
touch to see dragon. That sounds like it could be naughty.
That could be very naughty.
So
Yeah.
what I find interesting on this whole thing, like I don't believe it's the person from anywhere. I think it's just some kid or somebody just wanting to get responses from people. But it just shows how much of a hot topic Dragon Momoko and Daban and a bunch of the latest releases are within our hobby, which I think is really interesting because I haven't bought any bootleg kits or any detailed up remolds of say like the Perfect Grades or anything. But seeing the releases of the metal build stylings of the Destiny and the Strike Freedom, this is the first time that I'm actually interested in buying one of these kits because I can't get that. I really like those metal build designs, and I'm not going to buy a metal build because I want to put it together. But I'm interested in getting those because I can't get them anywhere else because Bandai hasn't released them. So I think it's just a hot topic, and it's interesting. This person can go on Reddit and get all this attention purely because, oh my gosh, we're finally getting an interview with Dragon Momoko when we're not at all. So it's crazy, yeah. But I do, after all of this, I do want to put through the logic, like you were saying, that Bandai won't release things like this. So if anybody's actually fooled into thinking that they're kind of buying a kit that is sanctioned by Bandai, you're not really. So hopefully nobody actually believes that and can take this all lightheartedly. Yeah.
I mean, the bad thing, and that's a really sad thing, is that people are believing this.
Yeah.
That's
I think
the
if people bought Dragon Momoko kits thinking that some guy on Reddit who told them that they were legit, they were going to buy those kits anyway because there was no evidence at all to support that guy worked there whatsoever.
Yeah.
None. Yeah. I mean, and people that are actually believing that.
Even if you had showed me like a censored face customer ID badge or I get one of those for my job.
Yeah.
So like, I imagine most places will give you some sort of documentation that prove that you work there. There's no reason that he couldn't have provided something.
I mean, even just some pictures of the studio or something, you know?
Yeah,
That's
maybe
the crazy thing. Like
photo of
everybody
him
bit and nobody asked a word.
Photo of him holding a peach, maybe that would have been enough for me.
That's it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Peach colored dragon.
Or choking on toxic fumes.
Yeah, toxic plastic.
This is our toxic plastic room. We don't go in here ever.
Yes,
Take precautions. You get a big toxic biohazard sign on the outside door and everything.
So Justin, speaking of Dragon and Daban, have you built any more of your Strike Freedom?
I've built the waist and the head. And the waist has the strangest engineering I've ever seen in my life.
I love that you said that because it's strange engineering. It really is strange. Yeah.
It's so weird. It's got like this. It's got like a ring thing, and there's like a stomach joint, but then there's another thing that comes out that moves the particle cannon on the stomach when you bend the waist. So like when I was putting it together, I didn't really understand why it was there. And then once I put the last pieces on, I was like, okay, this makes a little bit more sense. It's still a little weird, but
wow. And does it work? Like it's cool how it kind of all finishes.
It works a little bit. It's the fit is a little strange. The fit's a little tight. So if you're gonna paint it, you might want to cut some pegs. But it's a fun kit. I've enjoyed it so far.
Nice. Cool. Hey Zach, go ahead and release my screen so these other guys can get some screen time here.
Sorry about that.
Nobody wants to see me. So actually, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Zach.
No, yeah, just this. People just shouldn't believe this. That's all there is to it.
It's in a nutshell.
Yeah, I mean, until you guys see proof, don't believe anything you read on the internet. You know, if there's no pictures or something like that, or video or something, guys, anybody can claim that they're anybody online. I can go online and claim I'm the Queen of England. But that doesn't mean Simon's gonna believe me, you know. So
he might though. If you're convincing enough, he might.
That's it. I'm quite.
Hello.
You'll have to come to my country and to Simon's and change all of our coins to have your face on it, and then I'll believe it.
You have to master the T with the one finger.
Oh, yeah, with the pinky out. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And buy 19 corgis.
Yep.
Hey, corgis are cool, man. I don't
Yeah,
care what
corgis are
anybody
cool,
says.
yeah.
Corgis are cool. So, all right. So, actually, you know what? That actually is a really good segue of what we were just talking about. Justin, what he's working on to get into what we normally get into in the beginning is what each one of us are building right now. So let's go ahead and Justin, are you working on anything else besides that?
Well, that's just something I'm snapping up. We on Helios we try to do some team builds to get to know each other and have fun, push ourselves a little bit. So I'm working on well, I'm in the planning stages anyway of my next build. Our theme is vintage, so we're basically working on just really dirt old kits.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to build a Machine and Krieger kit for that. But on the side of that, I'm actually in the painting process right now of a high grade Grimgird, which I showed you guys some pictures. I'm hand painting it, and then I'm doing another Machine and Krieger kit that I'm just kind of messing around with.
And that Grimgird, are you doing? Do you do like a black base and then you dry brush the color until it is a solid color? Almost?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's black primer, and then I just I pick my colors and gradient my way up, and I just dry brush everything straight up.
Yeah. That's cool because it gives a
really cool effect,
really rich kind of finish to it, and a bit textured as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to John. That's I think.
Yeah, that's John's technique.
Right? Yeah.
I don't think he want his name out there like that. He got mad at me because he got Instagram followers.
Oh well, sorry, John. He doesn't watch the show anyway. He doesn't like us. But he's
like
still
anybody.
good people. Anyways, So anything else you're building, or is that it?
That's it, man. Just those two right now. I'm snapping a whole bunch of stuff so I can do some Coda reviews, but those are the only two things I'm actually working on.
Nice. Josh, what about you, man? What are you working on?
Yeah, I'm gonna head off in a little bit. But what I've been working on is I've just had Christmas holidays, and I started putting together my Master Grade Jester cannon. I have the Jester. This guy's cool. Big cannons on the top. All these missile pods on the side, or grenades, or whatever. I mean, this is just such a good kit. It's a huge Master Grade, full inner frame, and just all those good UC sharp edges and stuff. So that's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
My favorite thing about that is I compare that kit to the Sinanju, where it just looks cool no matter how you pose it.
Yes, totally. And I think this is like, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. This is probably the best ankle bend that I think I've seen, maybe besides the MG Age 1. This thing is crazy. It's like horizontal. So yeah, this guy can really do the splits. So it's a really cool kit. Yeah. And then other than that, I'm going to be still working on my Zeta, getting all the painting and all the decals done. And that's going to be, I wanted to mention that I'm going to be in Singapore in February for a show over there. So it's called the Tetsujin competition, and it's on the 6th to the 12th of February. So I'm packing up all my Senenju and my Strike and all my kits and my Zeta and taking it over there, and it'll be a cool trip. It's my first time to Singapore, so if anybody from Singapore is watching, come say hi. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's some big names in that. I've seen the screens on that. Kenny Toymaker is in that, and then E-Day. The GBWC winner, I think, from what, 2013 or 14, something like that.
With the Rizal.
Yeah, the Gwen, or I believe the name was. Yeah, so he's going to be there. That'll be cool. He does some amazing work. But yeah, so
yeah, it'll be fun, and I'll also be releasing my Verlogic art print poster as well. So that'll be coming up. So keep an eye on that. Yeah.
Awesome. Wow.
Okay. Cool, guys. Well, good to see you again. Thanks for everybody being in the chat, and I'll catch you all later.
Absolutely. Thanks for being with us, Josh.
Okay.
See you guys.
All right. See you later, Justin, as well. Take care.
Bye, Justin.
Bye, Justin.
All right. So we're going to trudge on just for the next few minutes here, guys. Let's go to Simon. Man, Simon, you're working on some interesting things that you posted the other day. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's a Master Grade GNX that I've been working on for ages now, but kind of took a break during Christmas. And I've just started snapping a GP01FB for this vintage kits build off with Team Helios.
Oh, nice.
That's kind of it at the minute. I'm about sort of 20% through the GNX in a minute.
Which version of the GP01? High grade
gonna
or
ask.
master grade?
The one from 1997.
Oh, like,
The first one.
okay.
Like the old one.
The old one, the one with the dodgy joints.
Yeah. What scale was that? 144?
Oh no, it's the master grade, so it's 1/100.
Oh. Wow. The
first
master
one.
grade came out in 97?
I know, right?
Wow.
I'm kind of cheating because I mean we were supposed to do kits from the 80s, but I don't like kits from the 80s.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So
I
thought, it was a choice between that or an Evangelion Eva 4 kit.
Oh, nice.
But it was a
Nice.
bit, I don't know, I just thought it was a bit small, not really a challenge of a project. So I thought I'd go with that.
Gotcha. Well, the weapon that you posted the other day really looked good. That green on it looks pretty stellar.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's my first time using Mr. Color lacquers because
Nice.
it's never been available in this country. So
Yeah.
it's a pleasure to work with. It's beautiful.
You like them, huh?
Yeah, I love it.
Nice.
I love it.
Now, can you get the thinners and everything too?
Oh yeah, I got the thinners. I got the what do you call it? The one that stretches out the drying time.
Oh, Mr. Leveling thinner.
Leveling thinner, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. The only things I find is that I think the Mr. Color paints just don't last as long as the Tamiya. So I'm finding that I'm getting through it so quickly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now, don't forget, and I had shared this a couple days ago, you can mix Mr. Leveling thinner with the Tamiya and get the same qualities. Yeah, get the same quality out of it. The fast dry time, the durability, and the smoothness is just impeccable. So you can mix that with Tamiya and get some really stellar results.
I will try that.
Yeah, it's really, really good stuff. I have pulled out a ton of Tamiya paints that I have basically written off that are like a decade old and spraying those. And they've just come out just beautifully. I'm actually using the same blue that I used to color or that I used to paint the Blue Destiny originally. So same paint, same color, same everything for the refurbish. So that should be
right. It's the same paint on the same model.
Yeah. Only a decade later, you know.
A decade later, that's incredible.
Yeah. But with Mr. Leveling thinner, so it came out real nice. So
cool.
But yeah. So quick tip there. So cool. You working on anything else? You got anything else planned?
I need a Astaroth, like a HG Astaroth.
Okay.
Just like as a bit of a sort of fun side project thing.
Very cool.
I'll probably, because I really want to experiment with better finishes, so I'm probably going to really gloss that one up, see how that goes.
Nice. Well, that Mr. Leveling thinner will go a long way in helping you get that nice finish. So
yeah,
that is good stuff.
I've been watching a lot of what Matt Morozek does.
Yeah,
he does that double sanding. So prime, sand, prime, sand again.
Yeah.
Beautiful finish when you do that. It works every time. So.
Yeah. I don't go that far. If I want a really glossy finish, I'll just sand the original prime coat with like 1500 or 2000, and that just leaves it super, super smooth, almost shiny. You know, you don't have to take it down all the way as long as you don't see scratches or indents or anything like that. Excuse me. And that will leave you with a super smooth finish. So that's just what I do. But yeah, very good. Zach, what are you working on, man? You're working on something right now, in fact.
Yeah, just basically just kind of cleaning up some parts for an HG Heigulg. So I built one last year.
I was going to say, haven't you already done one?
Yeah. I got asked to do a commission, and I'm not really too into doing commissions, but basically what the guy wanted was just a Hygog painted in the colors of a Metal Gear Ray. So that's pretty simple, and I like Metal Gear, and I really like this kit, so I agreed to do it just because it'll be a really relatively simple thing to do.
Nice. Cool.
And just recently just did this little kind of experiment kit just for fun. This,
that thing.
it's basically the idea behind it was from Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, Goku has this attack, Kaioken, where he just turns all red like that, and I was thinking that's pretty cool, and it'd be cool to like try that on a Gundam. So I just painted this all in like the regular colors, so it's just white, red, blue, like all the original colors are there, and then just went over everything with the fluorescent red. It obviously ends up looking very pink, but there's fluorescent red just over everything, just to give it that look, and then just some decals and all of that on there. So
doesn't that react with UV or something? Or
yeah, very reactive. And let me see. Get my UV light here. Hang on.
so
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy effect looking at the pictures and everything.
it's quite impressive, yeah.
You should be able to see even on here. See. Well, it's just going to look really bright there, but
Oh man.
yeah, it shines very brightly on the UV light. So yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It was just a really quick, just experiment thing. It'll look a lot more cool, I think, when the flame effect parts are in there instead. Right now, it's just the blue clear parts, but you can switch those out, for the flame ones. So once those are in, I think that'll look better.
Very cool.
That was just a quick thing, and then also going to be painting the RG Build Strike as just that'll be just another just kind of quick, simple project. The RG Build Strike was a kit that I was not looking forward to at all, and I thought, just to be fair to the kit, just show it some love and see if I can get myself to enjoy it, to like it, just by painting it in different colors. One of those.
Forcing yourself to build it.
So, yeah, after snapping the kit, I thought it's a nice kit. I think it's just the colors that just are not that appealing to me. It's just kind of boring, kind of Gundam colors a little bit. So, just going to repaint that. That'll be another relatively quick project. And then just working on painting the Psycho Zaku, the Master Grade Psycho Zaku. That's another one. That will be a little bit longer. But not planning on doing any like modification or anything to it. Just going to paint it. So
cool.
Nothing really too crazy. And then just working on the Mega Size Zaku as well. So
nice.
A couple people have been asking me recently if that's still going on. That's my build off with Henry. And I know Henry's been really busy, luckily, because I've been really busy too, because that's behind, but need to work some more on that Mega Size Zaku.
Nice.
You've got a lot going on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's a couple little things here too I can also show you. This is the Converge Grimoire.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I just, while I was top coating that burning, try burning on I just sprayed some gloss top coat on this, because what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do a video on like detailing Converge figures. So I'm just going to add like panel lining and decals and stuff to this. So I'll be working on that just soon. That'll just be a quick, simple thing.
Very cool.
Detailing Converge figures, and then also this was my mini Gunpla that I got from like one of those like random mini Gunpla boxes, where like you don't know what's inside the box.
Right.
So this was clear, and then I've just sprayed the primer and then just the base green on it so far. And now everything else I'm just going to go in and hand paint. So just got to hand paint the rifle, and then all just the little bits in the joints and stuff mostly. So that's my mini grays. I figured out what the scale for this would be. It's something like 1/350.
Oh, geez, that's tiny.
So it's quite small. So yeah, a lot of little things going on, but I'm on winter vacation now, so I have a little bit more time than usual.
That's good.
But I also have a stack like this tall of like kits that I need to just review that are snapped. It's like new kits and stuff.
Nice.
So chipping away at those and other projects as well. So
always got a stack of kits, man.
Yeah. And I know a few new kits have like just been released. I think the Luna Gazer just came out, and maybe I think a new HGIBO kit I think just came out as well.
Right.
I think
Nice.
I think you need some new shelves.
Yeah, for real.
The thing is that that's that side. On the other side, the stack is stacking
Even
up as
higher.
well, which you can't see.
Oh, jeez.
Um,
Oh, man. Talk about backlog, man. Ay.
I mean, like on this side on this side, everything that's stacked up, and then like a good portion of that has all just been like sponsored review stuff. So I mean, like it's all built, it's snapped. It's just
Right.
there like until it may someday eventually get painted. But I've been thinking like maybe what I'll do is start giving away some of those kits, like the kits that I've just snapped for reviews, but like I don't think I'll ever get around to painting them. I'll probably just start giving some of those away. So sometime in the near future, when I figure out a good way to do that, I'll
Nice.
do that. Yeah.
cool.
That'd be awesome. I'm sure people would love that.
Of course.
Autograph the box and everything, man. People go gaga for a ZakuAurelius autograph, man. Come on. Put that boy on there. Yeah.
Straight on eBay.
I should make up some Dat Boy decals and have Samuel print those off so I can put some Dat Boy decals on something.
Oh, dude, if you do that, you know you're gonna have to get a copy of them for Justin.
That'd be pretty awesome.
He will get one of those Gushans and slap Dat Boy decals all over that thing, man.
Maybe print off or maybe do like a work together with Justin to make like a Team Helios / Dat Boy like special custom set of decals.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Let all those Team Helios guys all use those for
There you go.
build off. Build off.
Oh man, very cool. Were you working on anything else, or is that it?
Yeah, that is it.
Nice. That's enough, right?
Yeah, way more than enough.
Dat Boy. Cool. Well, hey, what am I working on, man? I just finished up the petite new bear guy. That came out a lot better than I thought it was going to. The thing is super cute, and I cut a lot of corners, like I told these guys, and so I mean it's nowhere near competition worthy. I mean there are still mold marks on some of the pieces and some of the gaps that I didn't quite fill in certain areas, but overall, man, the thing came out really, really cute. So check out my Facebook page for that. Right now, I'm working on finishing the Blue Destiny refurbish, which is a kit that I had done about a decade ago. But I took it apart, stripped it, and basically making it better, a better version of what it was. And like I said to Simon earlier, I'm using the same paint that I painted it over a decade ago. I'm using that same paint now to paint it again, which is pretty nostalgic and interesting. So hopefully it comes out okay. But man, and then after that, I'm going to get into GBCW or GBWC. Jeez. 2017, my project for that. And then I've got to do the project for the Clash of the Titans build off.
Can you reveal any plans for that?
What, for GBWC? No. The only thing I will say is that it will be an original design.
Okay.
And it will have curves.
Oh.
Ooh.
So let your minds wander on that one. So I don't usually do curves.
No, you don't. Yeah, you're not a curve person.
I'm not a curvy guy. Well, no, I am a curvy guy, but I'm not in the curvy models. Anywho, so yeah, so that's kind of what I'm working on. So guys, if you haven't kept tabs on Clash of the Titans, Riccardo, the Italian Stallion Forney, has his whip. Man, it is knee deep. He's knee deep in this whip right now. It's awesome. Win, our good friend Win from Malaysia, has also got a whip going. There's a couple of other guys that are that have started their whips on there as well. Man, make sure you go on the Clash of the Titans build off, like the page, follow those guys, because some of the best builders in the world are within this build off, and it's really, really cool. So check that out. But that's really all I've got. Shout outs to a couple guys real quick. 8-Bit Tom, thank you very much for spending some time with us. Xavier for putting the whole trip together for GBWC. Benji and Makoto and their whole team at Bandai. Those guys were just absolutely amazing. They treated us like kings. And then the good friends that we finally met in person or met for the first time. Ricardo, Win, Dennis, Lance is awesome. Benny from Australia as well. Christian from the Philippines. Lung. Man, all those guys, man, were really, really cool. So shout outs to them. If you guys see this, nothing but love. You guys did amazing. You guys had some really, really great works. And I can't wait to see you guys again, maybe next year or this year, actually. So, man, with that said, you guys, let's get into real plugs real quick. For those that are not with us right now, check out Josh on joshdara.com, also Josh's Facebook page, Justin on Justinius Builds, and Team Helios pages on Instagram and Facebook. Also, don't forget to check out Jim. Even though he's not on the page, he's still a member of the team. He just finished up his preteen Mark II that came out really, really nice. So check him out on his Facebook page, Gunpla Fixation, on his YouTube page as well. He's got a nice little video of that on there. Check those guys out. They make some good stuff. But let's get some plugs from Simon. Simon, what do you got for us?
Sure. You can find my blog at gundamuk.com. You can find me here on YouTube. /Gundam UK. Excuse me, I'm eating jelly beans. I love these jelly beans. They're so good. Anyway.
Nice.
And on Facebook, Gundam UK. Oh,
Very
and
cool.
don't forget to join the Mecha Lounge if you're into mecha modeling.
Very cool. Definitely. All right. Zach, what kind of plugs you got, buddy?
Yeah, just stay tuned here on my channel. Like I said, I've got a mountain of stuff to review. Got works in progress, and we'll finally be announcing this big build-off contest building contest that I've been talking about for a long time. I'm finally going to announce that. Recently passed 1,000 videos, like in terms of videos on my channel, but I don't count the live videos in my like actual counting system. So the 1,000 video, the video that's actually numbered up to 1,000 will be some kind of special video.
That's cool.
Maybe announcing that contest.
Nice.
So there will be that, and there's a lot of really good prizes for that. I kind of flashed you one last month, but I've got some more really awesome ones for that as well too. So
very cool.
Get ready to build some stuff.
Awesome. Well, I know we didn't get the news this week, this month, but there wasn't a ton of news. I don't think the Mechanicore Xeon, I think, was probably the biggest thing that we were going to talk about. But
most of what we've been talking about has just been the Devil Arts Providence Gundam and then the Mechanicore Xeon third-party stuff, like Bandai. Bandai hasn't really announced too much really big stuff recently. We got a new picture of the next RG, which is going to be out in March. The gold frame and Matsumina. That looks cool. Yep. Not really too much to say about that though.
And that is confirmed actually. I talked to Xavier. That's real deal. So that's not Gundam Kits Collection posting bullshit again. That's confirmed. That's a real deal. So yeah, there you go. Good stuff. Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else, man?
That's it.
You good? Cool. All right. Well, for me, childofmecha.com, still in the works. I don't know when I'm going to finish it, if I ever will, but whatever. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out a little bit on Twitter, and maybe in the future on YouTube. I don't know, maybe. But that's it for me. Guys, going once, going twice. Anything else?
That's it. Let's wrap it up.
Rock and roll. Let's put a ribbon on this show, and let's call it a month. I was about to say something naughty. Anyway, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching this month, and we'll see you next month. See ya.
Bye.